So nice to meet all of you, and thank you, Giovanna, for inviting me. I don't see her right now, but she's here, I'm sure. So I would love to know from you, who here has their own business, first of all? Okay, wow, amazing. And who is already doing something in terms of passive income or digital products? Okay, a few of you, amazing. Now, it was on this beach in Mexico in 2016, after a shot of tequila, when I announced that I was launching my first online course. At this point, what I had in place, I did have one previous business, and that is a restaurant that I built in my 20s in Argentina, together with my boyfriend at the time. And we built this business because we had this dream of traveling the world, making lots of money, and basically getting paid to just live the best life. Now, if you know anything about the restaurant industry, it's definitely not the business to be in if you value freedom and flexibility. And so, after 5 years, after getting an investor, after making it to #1 on TripAdvisor, after building a team of 23, I decided to leave because I definitely wasn't getting what my vision was or what I had signed up for. So I found myself in Mexico. I actually had taken a job working with a friend who had an online marketing agency. And after 5 months, I realized working for someone else is not going to work for me anymore. So I started taking online courses to learn about how to sell stuff online, because I figured if I want to have this lifestyle where I can be free, work from anywhere, I probably need to look into online business. And eventually I thought to myself, creating an online course doesn't seem to be that difficult. Maybe that's what I should do. What I didn't have in place was I had zero confidence. The first business, my ex was the face of the company. I was just the German, making sure everything was working and kind of organizing in the back end. I had no sales skills, and I actually thought I will just create this course, put it online, and people will just buy it. I had 0 people on my email list, and I had just started with Instagram, and I had about 1,000 followers on Instagram. So what I thought was going to be really easy turned out to be a 2-year struggle where I launched my course, I got a few people in, a few months later I launched it again, got a few people in, but definitely didn't hit my goal. And then I thought, okay, it must be the wrong course. So I created a new course, launched it again, got a few people in, and I was kind of stuck in this cycle for 2 years. And I really was only averaging about $1,500 a month. At the time I was living in New York City, I was paying $1,550 in rent. So it definitely wasn't very sustainable. And things really took a turn once I started working with a coach and focused on one product and really learned how to market that thing online. So I went from making very little money to suddenly making consistent 10K months, and then the pandemic happened and things kind of went crazy. We started scaling through paid ads at that time. So I want to take a second to just talk about digital product marketing and the difference between digital products and physical products. And I know there's an amazing speaker speaking later on about Amazon, so you're going to hear all about physical products. But basically, if we look at physical products, so we have on the left here a hat, right? There's a lot of features about this hat that will help me determine whether the price that they're charging is a good price and whether I want to buy it, right? I have the material, I have the size, I have the color, I have the shape. If I can actually see it physically, I can touch it, I can smell it, I can see the quality, I can make up quite easily, is this worth $100, for example. Now, with digital products, the only features that I have to describe my products are things like how many modules are included, how long the lessons are, if it's an ebook, how many pages are included. And the problem here is that a lot of people think, and especially in the beginning, we think the longer the product is, the more valuable it is, when actually that's not true, right? Most people are really busy, and a lot of people are really lazy. And they don't care how many modules are included in their course. They care about the transformation that you provide, right? People essentially will pay you to take them from point A, where they are right now, to point B, where they want to be. So if I want to learn how to invest in the stock market, and right now I have zero idea what the stock market is, like how it works, my transformation, my point B is I'm making consistent money, I'm actually maybe making a living by learning how to invest in the stock market. So if you have a course that teaches me how to become a successful investor in 100 hours, and there's another course that teaches me how to have that same transformation in 10 hours, most of us would actually take the course that teaches it in 10 hours. Right? So we have to remember that people don't buy digital products, people buy the transformation that you provide. And so if we think about what transformation you can provide, I have 3 different things that I want to share with you. The first one is what's called 𝐒𝐿𝑔𝐻. Who has heard of this before? Okay, amazing. So I don't have to go into too much detail in that. But it's super interesting how when I, for example, started my business, I thought about, okay, I love food. Food is one of my biggest passions in life. I'm not very good in the kitchen. So working in kind of a chef or restaurant industry where I would actually prepare food, it wasn't going to work for me. I am actually good at marketing, right? That's what I studied. We did really well with the restaurant. I was in charge of marketing. So I was like, okay, maybe I can work with restaurant owners and teach them and consult how to use social media to get clients. That's definitely a need, right? Every restaurant owner needs clients to come. But when I started to talk to other restaurant owners, I realized very quickly that while there was a need, people weren't really willing to invest large amounts of money to learn this, because there's so many other things that you have to pay and staff, etc., that it just wasn't really the right fit. And so it only kind of took all of that research for me to realize, okay, maybe if I create an online course and I can teach food entrepreneurs how to use social media to grow their audience and get more clients, that could actually work. And that's exactly what I did. So my first online course is called Instagram Secrets to Success. And it's basically a course that teaches you how to grow your audience, how to get engagement, and how to get clients through Instagram. So the second thing, after you know your 𝐒𝐿𝑔𝐻, is figuring out your unique process. And that basically just means looking at your own journey and looking at, okay, what was my point A, where did I start? And what is my point B, where am I now? And then kind of reverse engineering all of the different steps you took to get to point B. And that's really interesting, right? Because we all, depending on what we're an expert in, we all have taken different courses, we've learned different things, we've tried different things, we have different experiences, we've had different failures that we learned from. And so we all have our own unique process, and it's really just about reverse engineering how we got to where we are today. Then the third thing, and this is super, super important, so if you're taking anything away from today, let it be this, is really understanding your ideal client's problems and desires. And there's a formula that I once learned from a copywriting coach called 𝘠𝑚 that goes, he calls it the 3 Ds. So it's really understanding the dream, the drain, and the doubt. The dream, what do they want to achieve? What's the ultimate transformation they want to have? The drain, what are all of the things they don't want to do in order to get there? And then the doubt, what are all of their insecurities, fears, etc., that are basically keeping them from taking action? And so I have an example here, which I think a lot of us can relate to the transformation. I want to get fit, I want to drop a few pounds, but that's not really the only dream here, right? Usually we have an underlying thing of why we want to do that, right? Maybe it's because I want to feel amazing in my body. Maybe it's because I want to start an online business and I feel I don't have the confidence to record videos. And if I lost 5 pounds, I would actually get started. Maybe it's I'm single, I want to start going on dates and I just don't feel confident right now. So that's the dream, and that's going to be different for every person. The drain is, I don't actually want to give up carbs. I really like eating pasta. And I actually also don't really love going to the gym. So those are all of the things that I'm like not willing to do in order to get to my dream. And the doubt is, I've tried it before. You know, I lose a few pounds and I put them back on. I suck in the kitchen, so cooking healthy meals is going to be really difficult for me. And it's probably just not going to work for me. Or, you know, maybe my hormones are changing and what used to work is just now not working anymore. And I wanted to introduce you to 3 really amazing women who I've worked with over the years, who all offer that similar transformation of getting fit and losing weight. So Cara on the left, she is a personal trainer with 20 years experience, and she focuses on helping women in their peri and post-menopause phase to lose weight. She does 15-minute workouts that you can do from home. You don't have to go to the gym. They're super short, they're intense, and they absolutely work. Hera in the middle, she's a woman, amazing woman in her 60s who had a huge transformation. She ended a relationship, shifted career, moved across the country, and actually now is helping women at any age, but specifically over 60, reinvent themselves and form new healthy habits and feel amazing at whatever age they are. And then on the far right, there's Kylie, who is a gut dietitian, and she really focuses on helping you achieve this transformation by focusing on what you put into your body. So if I'm someone who doesn't like to go to the gym, I might go for someone like Kylie, right, who is like, I like to eat healthy. I don't mind learning about what I should put into my body if it means that I don't have to go to the gym every day. Can you relate? Versus if I'm like, actually, I don't want to give up my carbs, I like my sweets, I don't mind doing short workouts, I don't really want to go to the gym, so someone like Cara is perfect for me. So this is, I think, an amazing example because you can see how 3 women are offering the same outcome, but they're doing it in a very different way. And this is why I believe there's more than enough clients for all of us out there, because people don't just buy the transformation, they buy from you because of 2 things. Your process, because they think, okay, this might actually work for me, and because of you, right? Because they know, like, and trust you. Now, when it comes to building know, like, and trust, there's something that I've come up with, which I call the AIDA marketing. And this basically all starts with awareness. And the awareness level, this is why we use things like social media, podcasting, even speaking, right? Before today, most of you had no idea who I am. So by showing up online, podcasting, speaking, etc., I'm actually just creating awareness that I exist. Then, by consistently putting out content and sharing value, I'm able to create interest in my brand, in how I teach. I'm building relationships through DMs, actually talking to my ideal clients. And then by sharing about the offers that I have, and by sharing the transformation that I'm able to provide for my clients, I'm able to create desire to actually work with me, and that ultimately leads to an action, which is the purchase. So that's really when we talk about a funnel, people make it sound so complicated, but that's really all it is. It's really turning a stranger on the internet into a paying client by taking them through these steps. And what's amazing with online marketing is this can happen really quickly, right? Someone might see an Instagram reel from you, they come to your page, they love all of the content that you're putting out there, they see that you have a link in your bio to maybe watch a free masterclass, they watch it, and within 60 minutes, they become a paying client. Sometimes, for people, this actually takes years, right? I've had people on my email list for 2-3 years before they ever bought anything from me. And some people never buy, and that's also totally okay. When we struggle to make sales, it's usually because of 2 things. 1, your potential customer doesn't really see the value in your offer, and that's often down to the fact that you're talking about features like my course is this many modules and there's this many calls, but you're not focusing on actually the dream, the drain, and the doubt to show them what's possible. So in their mind, the price is too high for what they're getting, or the transformation you promised just is like a nice to have. It's not really like, oh my God, I need this, here's my credit card. The second thing is you just haven't built enough trust. Right? So people don't think that you are the person who can get them to their point B, or that your process can actually work for them. And there's 2 ways to create trust. One is through time, so by actually just showing up consistently, by continuously giving value, you're building trust in you. And then 2 is through your offers. So by showing people that how you're teaching and your process can work for them, they're building trust in you and they're building trust in your offers. And there's something that I call the product value ladder, which is something that we take our clients through in order to build trust. So on the bottom, we have our free entry-level offers, right? These are webinars, can be PDFs, ebooks, anything like that. And the whole idea with these free entry offers is really to just show that what we promise, we deliver on. So if someone sees my free Instagram masterclass, for example, and they only give me their email address in exchange, so I'm building my email list through that, they watch my class, and they get so much value from it that they just feel like, oh my God, I want to learn more from her. Then the second thing are low-ticket offers. This is typically anything under $100 that just doesn't feel like a big risk, right? If I see an ad, for example, for a $27 bundle, and maybe I've been following that person for a while, or maybe I just come across the ad, but it's really speaking to my dream, what I want to achieve. I'm like, yeah, $27, that's not a big risk for me. I'm willing to put that money down and to just see, like, what does she actually teach? Can this work for me? And then after that, we have online courses, which typically is anything between $100 and $1,000, where that's from our end, as the creator, it's quite passive, right? We're usually pre-recording those. People can go through them in their own time. And we might have a Facebook group or some live calls, but it's quite easy for us to manage, and it's really scalable. And then anything after that is our group coaching, one-on-one retreats, masterminds, where people get a lot more value from you, a lot more time as well, and therefore the price is a lot higher. So I feel like this slide became a little bit complicated, but hopefully it makes sense. How we take people through our value ladder is basically, again, we post on social media, we share on a podcast, we're a speaker somewhere, we maybe make a free offer, or maybe we make a mini offer, right? Something under $100. And then after that, we continue to make more offers on the back end. So if you currently have mainly one-on-one offers or high-ticket offers and you're struggling to get people in, I definitely would encourage you to think about what's an easy first step I can create that will build trust and that will also build desire to work with me at this higher level. So maybe it's just introducing a free masterclass that's so packed with value, where you're then inviting people to book a call with you. Or maybe it's an online course where you're focusing on one step that you're teaching, one step in your transformation, where people, again, learn about your process, they see results. When people see results, they want to learn more from you, right? Because there's also a switching cost. Every time we learn from someone new, every time we work with a new coach, there's so much time for the coach to get to know us, to get to know our business. So when we actually find someone that their process works for us and we like working with them, we want to continue to work with them. So if you are interested in passive income, in waking up to payment notifications every single day, these are really the three things that you want to focus on. First, creating hot offers that really provide a transformation. And that's something that our audience is willing to pay for, right? Really focusing on creating a must-have and not a nice-to-have. The second one is AIDA marketing to grow an audience of ideal clients who know, like, and trust you. And really focusing on that, right? Building authentic relationships and focusing on the long-term and long-term value that you're also providing, not just focusing on making a quick $50. And then the third one is building a simple value ladder, and that really can just look like having three things in place, right? For the longest time, I only had my Instagram posts, then I had my free Instagram masterclass that was selling my Instagram course. That was it. And only later on did I add more things to my value ladder. So an important fact to remember, because I think especially as women, we always feel like we're not experienced enough, we're not there yet, we need to get one more certification, etc. You don't need to have years of experience in order to help someone, right? You really just need to be a few steps ahead of someone in order to teach them how to get from point A to point B. You need to figure out what your unique process is, because that's what's going to differentiate you from everyone else who's offering something similar. And you need to be able to understand their dreams, their drains, and their doubts in order to really get them hooked in and to start listening to you. And you just have to start. So my secret is when I created my Instagram course, I had only been on Instagram for about 6 months, right? I launched a course. I had grown my audience to 10,000 followers in that time organically. So I definitely felt like I'm ready. That was kind of my goal. I was already creating that course when while I was still growing my audience. And I kind of thought to myself, okay, when I get to 10K followers, I'll feel like ready to launch it. But really, people just were following me along in my journey and were looking at, okay, somehow she's onto something. Like, what is she doing? How is she getting people to follow her? How is she getting people to engage with her? And how is she getting people to buy from her? And so really focusing on that few steps that you're ahead of someone is all that you need. Now, Giovanna and I thought about an amazing offer that we could give you today. So if you're interested in creating passive income in your business, you're going to get access to my passive income starter kit, which gives you the blueprint to creating your first digital product. And we're really focusing on mini products here. How to structure it, how to create it, how to price it. Where we're using ChatGPT as well to make it easier, which is amazing these days. All of the tech trainings, tutorials, and how to host it and take payments. All of the templates you need to actually sell it in terms of emails, sales page, social media posts. And you're getting access to my Instagram Secrets to Success course to actually help you build an audience. So if you're interested in that, you can see everyone over here. I believe it's over there, right? Yeah, they have all of the information. If you want more information, you can go there to sign up. If you have any questions for me, you can find me in lunch afterwards in the networking session. I would love to talk about your passive income dreams with you and to just learn more about your businesses and what you're hoping to achieve. Thank you so much.